Artificial intelligence comes down to the ability to both learn and create, as well as mimicking the same sorts of behaviors that we deem as intelligence. But anything as simple as the red, yellow, green lights in the way that they change based on who pushes a button to walk, all of those very simple tasks. GPS, I think, may be the most frequently needed piece, at least for myself. Every day when I drive to the University of New Haven to come talk to you folks, all of these different ways that it can aid you in trying to complete what we have as just mundane daily tasks. Being able to sort through different email, being able to cook different meals, be it at McDonald's or some other restaurants where artificial intelligence is starting to be used more and more. So in a lot of these ways, we may not be realizing it, but artificial intelligence in getting you to work, and as well as the music you listen to on the walk up the hill or into a building, artificial intelligence is playing a major role in our lives. I think that the best protection that I have is the lack of information about myself. I'm only on one form of social media, but the less that you have out there, the less there's able to be tracked. When we talk about backdoor entrances into finding out your passwords and different information about yourselves, the more you have out there, it's more information that they being hackers and so on, that they can then use to follow you, to track you, and all of those pieces. I also think just awareness about emails and different things that may come into your contact, knowing what links not to click on, knowing that if you have an image in an email, that leaves you vulnerable because viewing that image is itself a download. And so that allows you to be tracked, as well as just simple password managers. The first piece is going to be replacing larger and larger chunks of the workforce. We already saw that right now in Amazon. A lot of their workforce is not only part-time, but is going to and is slowly being replaced by artificial intelligence. A lot of different labor positions. There's a lot of talk about using universities as a spot where we can have artificial intelligence devices not only grading, but potentially even teaching classes. There's a class out of China that recently had this. Genetic engineering is another major area where artificial intelligence could be used. So there are a lot of predictive tests that we have in terms of genetic diseases, for one. But using some of this technology, it's conceivable that once we have some sorts of genetic code, that we can have simulations to determine various outcomes for individual gene combinations, basically taking your DNA and different parts of that and building it into a computer and seeing some various life outcomes. So I think that just acting intelligent isn't enough to be declared intelligent. We see this in a lot of people as well as in machines. I think that when we try and understand what intelligence is, when we leave it down to the day-to-day, it allows a lot of wiggle room in areas that we don't need. I don't think you can narrow human intelligence to just menial conversation. Now, I'll go as far as to say some of what makes human intelligence unique is elements of the unintelligible. So I think that the most authentic, most true, most human experience is anxiety, is despair, is angst, is something along those lines. Now, in order for a machine to be capable of those things, now it would take something that seems to be innately human. Not simple fear, but anxiety, despair, these things that we have, these not just emotions, but these sensations, these moods that overtake us are not simply computed out in these ways. So I think for a machine to reach at those levels where it can have sorts of ambiguities and anxieties, I think that's an area that we're pretty far off from. But that's what I think we would need to see in artificial intelligence to declare it intelligent as we are.